We are talking about makerspace in libraries this evening. Okay, walk to club like, what if I got a bowl cut? Okay, what we have to do is we have to create makerspaces for a diverse community. We have all kinds of new users and perhaps slow users that we need to address. Okay, now, you might think that this gentleman is playing the bagpipes, but no, that is a three-dimensional pipe that is not really a bagpipe, but he does actually shoot fire out of the top of it, and he made that on a 3D printer. Very impressive. Unfortunately, he can only use it once since it's made of paper. Okay, we have the life of Poe. And what happened to poor Poe is he got involved in makerspace and was set adrift without any information whatsoever, and had to learn all by himself how to use all the things in our special makerspace. So he's kind of out there alone in his boat with no instruction. We, as librarians, must save him from drowning. And speaking of drowning, we really need to help the youngsters understand that that's not really a toilet, but if you look inside it, there's an iPad. Unfortunately, he's sitting on the camera button. So, poor little kid's going to be really embarrassed when we put that up, on our Facebook page. Okay. Now, this young person has been working day and night to make the best makerspace in his or her library. And we have just exhausted all the possibilities of what he can do. But that is his home, and he loves it. It. Okay. We don't want anybody diving into makerspace land without the proper tools, the proper information, the proper instruction, and the proper amount of water. So we really have to make that, one of our priorities to make this a great place in which to work. Okay. Again, these are three-dimensional dogs. Unfortunately, that is the end of my time. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, my clicker is stuck. I don't feel like moving it. Two. 3. That's it. So I was on this diet, and I didn't want anybody to know about it, so I was trying to cover it up. I had a secret craving for lasagna, which, as it turns out, was really nothing more than Chicago pizza turned upside down. I didn't want to tell anybody the restaurant's secret. They got it from a library. We had the King and Queen of England in, and during the time that they were there, we wound up having to confiscate their crowns and their leashes. how I feel right now. I'm very confidential. It's kind of like LA Confidential, except he didn't kill anybody. He just witnessed the crime. He's going to help me hide the bodies. As I said, I was on a diet, and I didn't want anybody to know about it. And I felt like if I got up there and I ate enough of these peanuts, I was really curious to what my pictures would look like if we took them from the iPad that was in the toilet for the last 5 years. As it turns out, that didn't make my Facebook page. We had a marketing retreat one time, and we invited Lauren, and she came out, and she wanted to go swimming with us, and we never saw her again.
I made it!
When I talk about Library Confidential, it's the things that you're not supposed to say. This is actually Abercrombie and Bitch. There was a war. We didn't want to have anybody find out about it. It was a secret war. This was the army that we sent in. This is why we didn't want anybody to know about it. I have another secret I need to tell you people. I'm pregnant. The ultrasound says that my child is going to look like this. I'm so proud. He's got daddy's eyes. He's got mama's beard. Pro-choice.
Slides Ben did not do. This is slide number 1. Here is slide. That's it. Well done.
Oh, shake up Beyonce again. So, every once in a while you get a group of people who likes to say they love libraries, but really they just got tired of harassing Beyonce on their blog and decided that they like buildings more than books. But really what we are about is information, so who cares what the building looks like? Her moral turpitude in supporting developers is horrible and worth 8 blog posts. Awesome. See, programming in the age of ebooks is also super important. How many library cookbooks could you put out in ebook form based on just building that barbecue and then also cooking the delicious meat? Cats like ebooks too, because sometimes they can tap it and make the page go. Not that that's ever happened to me. But yeah, maybe a little bit. And then sometimes they just pee on your stuff. And that's right, there goes your e-reader. So that's why some people really prefer paper books, because you can still read them once they've been peed on, even if they smell them. They don't taste good, though. I mean, this poor sucker, he's been trying to lick those ebooks all day, they just don't taste the same. And there's no nutritional value. There is nothing that will make you regular like a regular print book, but ebooks. Which is why we need to provide both. You really need that fiber. See, I haven't seen a real person reading a real book on the subway in a very, very long time. I swear to God, all the hipsters read on their phones. I'm not sure what they're doing for their eyesight. We're going to, in 20 years, have a bunch of absolutely blind hipsters in Williamsburg. They'll be walking around with their phones this close to their eyes reading because to it and then help them learn how to make the text bigger. Maybe in 20 years, we would have a bunch of completely blind hipsters wandering Greenpoint, which would be dangerous because they bump into each other all the time as it is. You see, my daughter even knows how to work an e-reader. I mean, when she was 2, she managed to log into it, subscribe me to 2 magazines, Smart Shopper, for some reason. I think she has a problem with how I spend my money. And then, clearly I don't buy enough apps, because she also bought 2 apps. And I have no password on it. Poor little sucker. But pigs are awesome. Aren't they? Tell you how tempted I was to give her the damn goblin cake? Like I have $15 lying around for Smart Shopper magazine? But really, ebooks can be scary sometimes. Sometimes you end up with books like Fucked by a Lake Monster.
Alright, let's see how many slides were left over. Also, it's Friday after Thanksgiving, unless you're in Canada. 1. I'm so glad I don't do Battledecks anymore. 2. 3. And that's it. Well done.
You're not going to tell people what this is, are you?
Don't cheat. Thinking outside the library. That is your topic.
10 seconds. And what do I do? Okay, ready? Okay, today my name is Dave. I'm a reference librarian.
Hi, Dave.
And today we're going to learn to think outside the library. So the first way to do that is go through the door outside the library. And while you're doing it, you do good. And, you know, a lot of us, especially those of us who are in administration, we tend to think that, you know, our plans will happen accurately, but they better pop up now and then to see what the real world is thinking. And we have this new app, and you don't have to turn the lights on. It will find your Legos for you as you go outside the library. And, however, you know, I've heard a lot of ideas about thinking outside the library, many of which make me want to puke.
Keep it pride, bro.
It's important as you're, you know, when the systems people get involved, they're going to find all new ways to think outside the library, some of which are going to be cauliflower, and some of which a former president will never eat. Now, while you're thinking outside the library, some of your users might get a little bit confused. But don't worry, they'll blend in just fine. And there's going to be other users who are going to say, screw the system, I'll just use her e-books. Often those of us on the staff know what we mean when we outside the library, but just make sure that your users know what thinking outside the library is, especially if they dare come inside the library. I got a new car.
How much time was left for the presentation? That is part of the skill. How much time was left?
28 seconds.
Okay, judges, take that into account, please. Also, judges, we are going to tabulate scores after everyone goes, so maybe you want to start doing your mathematics now, as opposed to waiting.
Wait a minute, I got 28 more seconds.
There you go. Joe, come on down.
Topic is libraries, myth versus reality, and librarians. It's written on two separate lines. Libraries and librarians, myth versus reality.
So I heard of a librarian once. Librarian myth 1. Star Wars? Star Wars happens in libraries, right? Yeah, maybe. I saw the 501st. You guys know what the 501st is? 501st myth in a reality, in a library, reality happens. She knew this once. Then now. I really. Beautiful. I keep thinking of the Biblio Bureau. I speak Spanish, it's the one word I can't say. Bureau, Biblio, Bureau of the Biblio. Anyway, myth. Everybody thinks the librarians are falling behind the times. And we're still going back to the old days of the horses and the book, but we have the ebooks, we have the iPads, and of course, lots of horsing around. The myth about librarians and the reality. We hate our customers. The reality of librarians, let's not focus on the craft. Let's focus on that other word. Okay. Sorry. There's been a big discussion about ALE sex parties. What? Anybody on Facebook in a think tank group? Oh, maybe. Yeah. Batman, I need a sign. Somebody save me here. Okay, I'm just saying. Comics in libraries is a reality. It was a myth. Oh, I heard some claps. Comic-Con. Comic-Con. That's actually where I met the 501st and meeting the librarian. That's how I got herpes. I'm kidding. Okay, just give it up to the legend, JP here. Becoming a reality, but in some cases it's a myth. I love the guy. Party hard. 6:59. Brother can get to anyone. Get out of bed. Wow. I think that's another myth though with librarians that are in a reality is that we get stuck into the kind of Tolkien box. But there's actually a lot of librarians that don't read fantasy and are kind of almost anti it. I'm seeing some looks like, oh, that's not true. It's a myth. Anyway, milk dead.
Let's see how many we go at. This is slide A, number 1. Number 2. Should we pour one out? Should we pour one out for that stuff? Just pour it on the floor for the dead homies. And that's it. So 2.
Turn and face the change. Evolving library services.
Ladies and gentlemen, what do we do? We lead into the wind, ladies and gentlemen. We lead into the wind, we go, we change, we are mobile, that's right. This cat sees an opportunity, this cat sees a processed meat. Nom, you see processed meat, it's on front of you every day. Every day you have opportunities to leverage for your public. That's right. It might be around, whoa, what did I do? Okay, so talk about the black.
We have a time pause. I think judges, we might have to take a few puntos off for that one.
Yes.
I think so.
I hit the wrong button. That's right. Can we skip the knick-knack, paddywhack, and get right to the wood crack? That's right, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. There's enough bullshit, there's enough talk. Yeah, you've all heard libraries of the future, libraries of the future. Don't see an opportunity, That's right. This is our opportunity. Yeah, it might be confusing, it might be another thing, but you see opportunities. You guys, every single one of you, those aren't blind leads. Those are something that could lead you into the future. John Bon Jovi's future, that's right, motherfucker. I mean, that's right. This man believes in what we do. Bon Jovi? Look, guys, this is a classic mashup. We've all had music in the library, we've all had cooking in the library. Why not put them together? Why not have, that's right, I'm living on a prayer. Yes, yeah, that's right. And the thing is, I may never be a cat in a huge mustache and a pink suit, but I could be. And every single one of you could be too. And every single one of you could change into a man that is more excellent than that, or a lady that is more excellent than that, because the change that we face is one that drives us, that moves us, that lifts us. That's right. You wouldn't like us when we're angry? Has anybody ever met an angry librarian? Not your supervisor. Supervisor does not count. That's right, guys. That's right. You know, I never find this. I never am in the green because I only believe in the I. That's right. You know, look, it's nice, it's cute, it's wonderful to be part of the team, but ultimately, don't you really want to be the leader of the team? Don't bring a girl to the NBA playoffs. Look, last year I had an opportunity to speak about how Justin was bringing out the inner lesbian in every single one of us, right? So this has the opportunity for us to realize we're all changeable, we're all mutable. I'm not sure who's who, I'm not sure who's what in there, and frankly, it doesn't matter to me. Alright, guys, alright. Personal pet peeve, collectivism. Who here has ever signed an e-petition? It didn't do shit, okay? I'm just letting you know. I just want you to know, I mean, change, that's right. Tried to be normal, but I failed. That's actually Lauren's daughter, Tara, from earlier. She's having a bit of a hard time in the dance class, so if we can all give a shout out for Tara, you can give me a dime. Yeah, that's right. That's right, but that's one. You're not a normal librarian? Is there any such thing as a normal librarian? I myself would...
Thank you, Christian. Timekeeper. Are we out of time? 46 seconds remainder. Ooh, it is not looking good for you, young man.
The topic is the future of libraries, to be or not to be.
All right. I think we can just say to be, and I can just drop the fucking mic, flip the motherfucking table over, and walk out the door. But so I missed Pride in San Francisco this weekend, but they were nice enough to put up a nice slide for me so that I could remember it and be there vicariously. Yay Pride, woohoo! Also, if you don't know, the markers on red solo cups are meant to tell you where you should put alcohol and different serving sizes of alcohol. So that's a practical tip for you from your friendly local librarian. And if you've had a little bit too many of those solo cups full of things, this is what will happen to you. We have a condo with 7 ladies staying in it at the conference, and this did happen to one of them on Friday night.
Oh, you're in
Yes. Okay, I'm not really kidding. All right. This would be incorrect. This would be an example of words on a screen are not necessarily true because Facebook is all up in your business. It is up your butt. It knows what else has been up your butt. It is extraordinarily knowledgeable about you and everything you love and like and hate. Oh. I went to my house. So I think all of us have the backup plan of becoming the crazy cat lady after we retire. That's my backup plan anyway, move to Hawaii, become the crazy cat lady. And this is exactly why women live longer than men. Anybody? Yeah? All right. It's a very important job, and you are critical of the future of libraries because you are the one who has to deal with all the crap personnel issues that the branch manager does not want to deal with. Again, I'm going to say, I will be the credible up and say, this is not correct. You cannot eat if you have a phone in your hand without putting it on Instagram. It is a physical impossibility, and if you have an Instagram account, you can't eat without posting it. It's just not possible. All right, and I believe this is also true. So, I am on a library trivia team in California, and we have never lost, ever, and everyone else hates us. So that is an anti-community outreach thing. Do not form a trivia team in your local town because you're one of the most hated and despised people, at least among those who like to drink and answer nerdy questions. And absolutely, this would be a good example of the future of libraries. So we can help the government to find very, very excellent ways to beat nasty people by giving them some of our collection and recommending some things that might make people want to stab an ice pick into their eyes. And they've been to my library too. Holy crap, this is like memory lane. Yes, so I don't even see them sobering up, I just see them drinking in the library. They're out on the lawn. Is it okay if we drink outside the library? No. Can we bring it in? Sure. Like, okay, thank you. Yes, absolutely. Thank you much.
All right, let's see how many are left over. That's it. Well played. Well played.
Your topic is library advocacy in the 21st century.
Before I start, can we give one more round of applause for the good work everyone's doing here? Oh,
It's called forward.
Okay, so you can start. All right, so I've had a really hard year. Anybody else had a hard year? And so one of the things I'm doing to try to get out of my whatever is like I say TGIM. So let's all start there with advocacy. I'm serious. Start there with library advocacy. And so some of the things I'm trying to do, you know, when I think about what we have to be doing to be advocating, right? This thing's backwards. We can talk as much as we want in circles. What library advocacy is about people, right? So we can do this, and I've heard a lot of these kind of presentations this whole conference. We can put up all the notices we want. What really matters with advocacy is how we connect with people. You know, it's not about all of this stuff that we're seeing on the screen. And so as I'm trying to sort of get out of this gear and out of my funk, and those of you who like kind of know me know what I'm going through, I think about libraries are about people. So we've got all this cool stuff, but really what I want you guys to go home with out of this conference is to know that as we're advocating, as we move forward, it's not about all this stuff we're talking about, it's about people, okay? So you can clap for that. I mean, he's one of those guys that if you've seen that movie, you really relate to, right? He's gone through a lot, you know? And this is the people who we're serving. This is what we're doing in libraries. We're here for people. Can you guys just stay on Twitter? Those of you that have blocks too. When we go home, we have learned some things from this conference, but when we go home from this conference, what we're bringing home is the relationships we've built with everyone. The people who we've known for a while, the people we've met here, and that's what is going to make us better librarians. That's what's going to make us advocate better. And so, you know, I've met a lot of judgmental people at this conference, and on alafitment.com. But I don't want the image of librarians to be that judgmental person. So, you know, that's one of those things that's not going to advocate, you know, be a very good advocacy tool. Well, being exciting is a good advocacy tool, right? Round of applause for that. Thank you all for having me. One more round of applause for the judges.
Oh, awesome timekeeper. How much time did you have left?
52 seconds.
Thank you very much. Alrighty.
Practices in customer service. Alright, so I've got 10 seconds to think about that, but I actually want to take my 10 seconds to say, you know, it's very customary to sort of trash talk all your competitors, but I just want to say, Christian, and Sarah, and Cindy, and JP, you guys, me, I'm just a library fanboy. You guys, library rock stars. This is also the first time I've ever done this sober. So. All right, yes, okay. So I want to talk to you today about best practices in customer service because we need to think about what are the needs of our users. What are the needs of our users? And sometimes our users are ourselves, our internal users. We need to think about the cat ladies that are working in the cataloging department, the cat men that are working behind the reference desk. We need to make sure that we understand what their needs are. And you know what, okay, it's always wrong about getting a hobby, but we need to find you a new boyfriend. See, sometimes we need to reach out and help those people using our soft skills, you know, the emotional skills that we have. We need to make sure that people understand us. You know, sometimes when you're getting out of jail, wow. So, you know, when you're thinking about your customer service plan, you might think, okay, well, we have our internal customers, right? But we also have our external customers, and our external customers have very special needs. And this guy, Mike, he made a paint management book, for example. So, you know, knowing where that stuff is very important for serving our customers, because we need to be a one-man campaign to make crochet cool. That is dedication, people. That is the type of dedication I want to see in your libraries. When you are doing craft time for your customers, you want to make sure that you are wearing the craft that you're doing. So I've been trying to talk to my library directors about our signage. And, you know, there's a generational gap. I don't think they really understand what I'm trying to tell them. They just don't see what I see, you know. Okay, come on, we've all been there. We've all done this once or twice in our lives, maybe 4 or 5 times. But when you're developing a customer service model, you want to make sure that you're genuine. You want to make sure that you know exactly what they need and that they understand what you're coming at. So sarcasm is not the way. Let me give you a pro tip about customer service. Never marry your employees. But I'm getting a little I'm digressing. I want to get back to the cat people in our department because there are so many cat people in our department. We need to make sure that we really understand what their needs are. And if you're going to be a smartass or a dumb bunny, first you have to be smart. Otherwise, you're just going to be an ass. Books about pain management, and sometimes we need to get them books about herpes and diseases that can be transferred in sketchy places like the chemotaxis at your gas station. It's about information literacy. And when all else fails, if the customer service plan that you've come up with does not impress your employees, well, you just say, I don't give a mega fuck.
Let us see how many slides are left over. 1. It's good when the judges are confused by the slide content. That's a good thing. And that's it. Excellent. Well,
Okay, so I'm in 10 seconds. I also have to say that, like John, I'm doing this sober. I've done the whole conference without caffeine or alcohol because I'm pregnant. So I get barely needs a feather boa. All right. You ready? All right, so I am a library leader. I'm a director of a really small college library, so I know all about this stuff. And in light of recent events, Oreos will be around in the library. I'm a big believer in letting policies find themselves, right? You don't want to say, hey, you can't have food in the library until somebody smashes an Oreo into a keyboard, and then maybe you have to think about having a policy. And I think to be a good leader, you have to be sexy and smart, right? There's no sense, don't hide the boobs just because you're a director. You pop them out there because people want to see them. I'd like to be an early adopter. I want to get those new things. Everybody knows I love gadgets. I know I love the new stuff. But sometimes you gotta say, hey, is that old stuff? Is that legacy technology? Is that still hanging in there? Or should we go forward? But luckily with Vista, it was an easy choice. Dude, that is freaking scary. But sometimes you're in a meeting and you're up with your dean or your university president and you say, our library needs money. We're popular. We have students coming in. And they're like, no, you don't need anything else. You don't need any more instruction librarians. You say, dude, come on. I have 6,000 people coming in the door every day. Give me an instruction librarian. And then there are those days when you come in and you find the homeless person half naked on the porch. And he smells like pee, and he's got bottles all over around him, and you just have to throw your hands in the air and scream and run back to your car. So this goes back to John's point about signage, right? You can't lead if people don't know where to go, people don't need to find things. I know McCormick Place and some of the hotels here in Chicago really need to work on their signage. Do we have any librarian couples in the audience? Yeah? Woo-hoo! Librarian couples, they're so cute. But I know we do have people that meet in the library, and you gotta watch out for PDA. That's another one of those rule things you gotta have. Sometimes you'll see couples. I know everybody's probably been in the stacks and found those little puddles where somebody hid. I don't know, maybe was that just my campus? But sometimes those things happen, but you can control it. You're a good leader, you can use your soft skills, and you can say, okay, let's break up, let's back off. Oh, hopefully this is not what's in my tummy right now. No, he's cute. He's just really round. But I have to say, some days that's probably what it feels like. You want to go home to the jacuzzi tub and just lay in it and just relax. Okay, so I guess I'm in the serial killer category because I love horror movies and musicals. So watch out for me after this. I have like a pickaxe, And so this guy in the back, clearly he's the leader. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna make these people. I'm done.
All right, judges, if you kindly finish tabulating your scores